Hello students, so let's start today incomplete dominance. Now already we have studied in Mendelism what is dominance, that is the particular type of character which expresses itself is called the dominant character. Now incomplete dominance means the character is not completely dominant. That means it is a phenomenon where neither of the two alleles of a gene being dominant over each other. So that when both of them are present together, a new type of phenotype is expressed, that is an intermediate type of phenotype is expressed. Now suppose, very simple example, if capital T and small t are considered, then neither capital T is dominant nor small t is recessive. That is, a type of phenotype intermediate between them will be produced. That is what is known as incomplete dominance. Now, a very simple example, let's take in case of Mirabilis jalepa. In Mirabilis jalepa, first of all, that is a 4 o'clock plant. Here we take two types of plant. One is a red flowered plant and other is a white flowered plant. The red flowered plant with genotype capital R and the white flowered with genotype small r. Now here gametes are formed. The gametes will, from here capital R is given, from here small r is taken. Now they will cross together and they will create the F1 generation which has the genotype capital R small r. Now as per Mendelism, this phenotype has to be red color, but it shows a pink color. That is, this is an intermediate between red and white. This is known as blending inheritance or incomplete dominance. Now when these are selfed, then in the F2 generation, now this is the Punnett square, we will put the gametes, and in the Punnett square, after this we find that in F2 generation, one red flower plant, two pink flowered plant and one white flowered plant is obtained. That is, the phenotypic ratio and the genotypic ratio obtained is 1:2:1. So the basic ratio for incomplete dominance is 1:2:1. This is just the deviation of Mendel's monohybrid cross. Similarly, another phenomenon is there which is also known as the codominance. Codominance means it is a phenomenon of two contrasting alleles of the same gene lacking dominance recessive relationship and expressing their effect simultaneously in a heterozygote. That means here both the genes will together express themselves. Neither one is suppressed. That means in very simple terms, if we talk about it, that means these genes are like that in such a manner that they will fight for expressing themselves. Whereas the incomplete dominance, the genes will have a mutual association. They will just put forth an intermediate type. But here, neither of the genes will be suppressed. Both will give a partial expression. Now, very simple example of this is the human ABO blood group. In ABO blood group, normally what happens, we find I gene, which is the gene controlling the blood groups. Now it has three types of alleles, IA, IB and IO. Now IA and IB are dominant genes over small I or IO, whatever you say. In some books you will find small I, in some books it will be IO. So that is the recessive gene. Now as humans are diploid organisms, so each person will possess any two of the three I gene alleles. Now if IA and IB are present, then only they are expressed because they are completely dominant over small I. And when IA and small I are present, IA is expressed. So similarly it happens that if IA is present over small I, then A will be expressed. If IB is present over small I, B will be produced. And if IA and B are present together, then both will show its effect, that is due to codominance. Okay, now let's see the example of blood groups. Now there are some phenotypes and genotypes which are present. Now if the phenotype is A, then the possible genotypes will be IA, IA and IA small I or IO. If it is B, then the genotypes will be IB, IB and IB, I. If AB, the genotype will be strictly IA and IB. And if it is O blood group, then the genotype will be small I, small I. Now, these are the basic things you have to remember. Okay. Now, the human blood group, it also shows multiple allelism. Now, what is multiple allelism? That is what happens sometimes due to mutation. In the same locus, the genes are mutated and alternative forms, more than 2 alternative forms are produced. For example, if capital T is the gene, small t1, small t2, small t3, like that, these are the alleles which are produced due to mutation. So, this particular blood group also shows multiple allelism. Okay. Now, let's see some examples. Normally, what happens? In entrance level exams, the basic blood group questions come. So, suppose in a question it is given the parents are with blood group AA, what is the offsprings? Now, you don't have much time to prepare, calculate, so better go for the Punnett square. Now, if the phenotype is AA, we will just write the genotype like this, in this manner. We will put it in the Punnett square and easily the blood groups are calculated. Now, see, there are several examples are given. So go through each and every example. These are simple expressions. Go through them and you will easily understand them. Now, there are also some basic points like if the progeny is A and B, what are the possible parent pairs? The possible parent pairs will be A cross O, A cross B, A cross A. Similarly, these are given. These are not so difficult things, but these are basically questions which are related to objective part. So, go through them properly.